Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald by J.K. Rowling. So without further ado, let's get along with the video.
I got this book as a birthday present from my friend. If you look closely at the cover, you'll see the symbol of the Deathly Hallows. And if you look even closer in the title, The Crimes of Grindelwald, you'll notice that I actually looks like the Elder Wand, and the A looks like the Invisibility Cloak. We already know from the Harry Potter franchise that Professor Albus Dumbledore was famous for his defeat of Grindelwald in 1945. We see many familiar things in this book, such as Professor Dumbledore is here, who is actually very young. We're used to seeing the bearded old man, isn't it? This Dumbledore is very young. We see Grindelwald, we see Hogwarts, and there's even a glimpse of the mirror of Erzed, which made an appearance in the first book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This time, we know a little bit more of Nagini. If you know who Nagini is, you'll know that Nagini was the snake of Lord Voldemort. And we actually understand from this book that Nagini wasn't always a snake. She was actually a human carrying a blood curse and was a maledictus. When she turns into a snake, one day she wouldn't be able to turn back into a human being. We also see Nicholas Flamel, the only known maker of the Philosopher's or Sorcerer's Stone. We hear about him in the first book, and he's actually there in this book. And like the book before this one, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the main characters of the story are Newt Scamander, Tina, Queenie, and Jacob. We've actually heard about Newt Scamander in the Harry Potter series. He wrote Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them and is actually a Hogwarts textbook. The Wizarding World journey continues. The powerful dark wizard, Gellert Grindelwald, has been captured in New York with the help of Newt Scamander, but making good on his threat, Grindelwald escapes custody and sets about gathering followers, most of whom are unsuspecting of his true agenda, to raise up pure-blood wizards to rule all over the non-magical beings. In an effort to thwart Grindelwald's plans, Albus Dumbledore enlists Newt, his former Hogwarts student, who agrees to help once again, unaware of the dangers that lie ahead. Lines are drawn as love and loyalty are tested, even among the truest friends and family, in an increasingly divided wizarding world. Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald is the second screenplay in a 5-film series to be written by J.K. Rowling, author of the internationally best-selling Harry Potter books. Set in 1927, a few months after the events of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and moving from New York to London, Paris, and even back to Hogwarts. This story of mystery and magic reveals an extraordinary new chapter in the wizarding world. We also hear another familiar name, Little Lestrange. If you read the Harry Potter books, you'll know that Little Lestrange must be related to Bellatrix Lestrange, a very good follower of Lord Voldemort. This story, when I read it, I realized it's much more darker than it was the book before, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's really dark because Grindelwald has started to gain power. He started to get followers. And from this book, I also realized that Grindelwald is very different from Lord Voldemort. Lord Voldemort just wanted power, while Grindelwald was more of like a politician. In the very first Harry Potter book, Harry asks Professor Dumbledore what he actually sees in the mirror of Erzed. But Dumbledore lied and told Harry that he sees himself wearing socks. But in this book, we actually see what he saw when he sees the mirror. He sees himself and Grindelwald because he really regrets. After the death of his sister Ariana, he breaks up with Grindelwald and does not want to fight for the greater good to find the Deathly Hallows. Towards the end of the book, we realize the reason why Professor Dumbledore keeps on insisting that he cannot fight Grindelwald. Dumbledore and Grindelwald made a blood pact when they were young, which promised that they won't fight each other. Newt asks Dumbledore whether the blood pact can be destroyed. And maybe in the future films and books, we'll see how Professor Dumbledore finally does break the pact and defeat Grindelwald, as we know he does. This book really shocked me because Queenie, who we thought was very good, actually joins Grindelwald. Some things in this book is very strange and curious because, like for example, we know from the Harry Potter films and books that Dumbledore used to be the Transfiguration teacher. But in this book, Dumbledore seems to be teaching defense against the dark arts. We also hear the name of Professor McGonagall. This is really weird because Professor McGonagall hasn't actually taught at Hogwarts at this time, as the timeline of Fantastic Beasts and Crimes of Grindelwald. Maybe it was her mother, but her mother didn't teach. I really like this book and I highly recommend it to all of you. To be honest, I like this book more than The Cursed Child because in The Cursed Child, I felt that it didn't connect to the Wizarding World that much and it just didn't connect to the past because it didn't connect to the Harry Potter series that much, I felt. But this book really does, and it kind of doesn't stop at a dead end. It's like a cliffhanger, so you really want to know what happens next, and I can't wait. Hope you liked the video, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe to both my channels, Reading Time with Dyuti and my other channel, Learning Time with Dyuti. I'll see you later. Bye!